this is Angela Gray from Mobile, Alabama, and this is my testimonial video on how much I love my NuWave oven. I was introduced to the NuWave when my mother purchased her NuWave oven, and her neighbor had one, and they were talking about how great it was, so I watched the infomercial. And I'm a big skeptic when it comes to infomercials and gadgets that they show on TV or the internet, because 9 times out of 10, they don't live up to the expectations that they put out there. So I did give it a try, and I called and ordered myself a NuWave oven. And with the anticipation of waiting for it to arrive, I had purchased a whole frozen chicken because I was going to put it to the ultimate test, because on the advertisements it states that you can cook from frozen to done in a matter of minutes or hours. So my test was a whole frozen chicken. Well, to my surprise, I got my NuWave oven in the mail, and I unboxed it, and the first thing I did, cleaned it all up, and I stuck my whole chicken in the NuWave oven from frozen. And an hour and 45 minutes later, we had dinner on the table with a freshly cooked, crispy skin chicken. Best chicken we've had. And I love cooking chicken in it because it's so easy, but it keeps the juices in, so it's real moist and juicy and doesn't dry it out. And you're able to cook healthier with it because it lets all the fat drip down to the bottom into the liner pan. So after about 2 weeks of us cooking everything in the NuWave oven that you can think of, we would cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner in it, from biscuits, scrambled eggs, grilled cheese sandwiches, roast, and that sort of thing. We started cooking pizzas and experimenting a little bit with it. We fell in love with it so much that we purchased a second NuWave oven. So we have 2 NuWave ovens at home that we cook on all the time. I experimented and tried a whole frozen turkey in it, and it took about 2 hours. I had stopped on the way home one night, picked up a turkey, and 2 hours later we had the best turkey I've ever had. It was absolutely wonderful. And it was cooked from frozen. It's just amazing at how much this little machine can do. So much power. The infrared, conduction, and convection just works it all together to where it just makes your life so much simpler when it comes to cooking. We cook anything from frozen hot dogs in it. They plump up so nice and juicy that we don't even really have a need for a microwave or stove or oven anymore. Since I've purchased the NuWave oven, I have not used my oven one single time, except for storage. I have to admit that my oven has now become a storage cabinet, because I have no need to cook in my oven as long as I have my NuWave oven. So after I purchased my second one, it was so convenient and the food was so good in it, I purchased a third one that I have at work. I tell everyone about the NuWave oven. Pretty much anybody that I meet and we discuss food, the topic of NuWave oven comes up. Between my mother and myself, we have purchased 7 units, some as gifts. And my mother, she owns 2, I own the 3, and we bought my mother-in-law and my mother's best friend one too. So we're very big advocates of the NuWave oven. I have convinced several fellow co-workers at work and volunteers at work to purchase the NuWave oven. And with me having it there at work and showing them how easy it is to use and how wonderful it is to cook with and quick, they are convinced themselves. And I also teach coupon classes. And at my coupon classes, I explain to people about the NuWave oven and introduce them to it to let them know how it lowers your power bill, because it doesn't take as much power as it would an oven. And also that it doesn't heat up your house, because down here in the South, everything's hot. It's very humid. So if we cut down on the heat in the house, it really helps out a lot, especially if you can still put a healthy, delicious meal on the table for your family without having to heat up the house to make it even hotter than what it is down here in the South. It's just amazing at how much this little gadget has made our busy life so much easier. We can pop biscuits in the NuWave in the morning as we're getting ready for work and for school, and have a biscuit to eat on the way to work or to school in the mornings. And it's just the convenience of it. One of my favorite things to cook in it also is boiled eggs with no water. That just blows people's mind when I tell them that I can boil eggs and not use a drop of water in them. I've showed many people that at work themselves. We have egg salad for breakfast a lot of times, that I share it with people so that they also become lovers of the NuWave Oven. So everything about the NuWave, as far as being able to cook healthier, being able to cook from frozen when you come home from a busy day and you forget to defrost things, it's so easy to just pull things out of the freezer and pop it in the NuWave and cook it in just a matter of minutes. We can have, roast and steaks and vegetables you can steam, dehydrate with it. There's not anything I found that this NuWave can't do except pay my bills. It does help when it's cut down on the power bills, and just overall, just the ease and convenience of it. We have taken stale tortilla chips that the clip was forgotten to put on it. We put it in the NuWave and put them in there for about 3 minutes, and they were better than when we first opened the bag. It's just amazing. And also, 2 of my units have the reheat feature on it. And one thing that sold my husband on loving this machine is the fact that you can have leftovers from a restaurant with French fries. And you pop them into the NuWave oven and just click the reheat button, and in a matter of minutes you have crispy French fries or onion rings. Because most of the time when you reheat them in the microwave, they become soggy and, no crispy or anything like that. But when you put them in the NuWave, it's just as good as they were brought to your table at a restaurant. So my husband has experimented and used the NuWave oven. A lot of the microwave meals we put in the NuWave oven, and they come out better than what we would do them in the microwave themselves. Takes about the same amount of time. Some things take just a few minutes longer, but it's well worth the wait, because with the microwave cooking, it cooks from the inside out, and it just causes a lot of sogginess. But in the NuWave, it's like everything's cooking all at once. So you get the crispiness of a panini sandwich, or things that need to be soft remain soft. I steam vegetables in it all the time. The pizzas, we love pizzas out of the NuWave because the crust has that crispy texture to it like it was from a restaurant, but yet it would come out of the freezer. So as a very big advocate of the NuWave oven, I hope to help other people introduce them to the NuWave oven and let them know that this is the most wonderful gadget that I've ever purchased. Thank you, and I love you, NuWave.